Good evening. This fall, there was a special volunteer assistant for the UIS Prairie Stars volleyball team. With titles such as Player of the Year, All-American, and Professional Volleyball Player, the program, which is in the midst of rebuilding, had some great insight of how to get back on top. Here's Krista Lander with more.
If you went to any UIS volleyball games this fall, you may have seen a familiar face on the bench, but maybe you didn't recognize her without her token rec specs. Hannah Werth, former Glenwood Titan, an Illinois High School Volleyball Player of the Year, and a driving force on the volleyball floor at Nebraska for 4 years, returned home to recover from a rotator cuff injury she suffered playing professional volleyball in Puerto Rico last season, when her boyfriend had an idea to keep her in the game while she rehabbed.
He was just telling me, he's like, Hannah, you should probably just go in and talk to the volleyball coaches. Maybe you could just, go in and be a practice player and all this stuff. And I was like, well, okay, I'll see. I don't want to, overstep my boundaries or anything. So I come in one day and I just dropped him off to class and I walked in and I'm waiting down in front of the offices and Coach Rook walks up and she goes, oh my God, Hannah Werth. And I go, oh my God, you know me. I told them I was just as excited for this opportunity as I was to go to Nebraska. That's the same excitement I felt. So it's a new, step in my life, and I'm very fortunate to have, met Coach Rook, and she's been nothing but great for me.
As fortunate as Hannah felt that Coach Rook knew who she was, the Prairie Stars head coach felt just as fortunate that a second-team All-American volleyball player for Nebraska walked through the doors at UIS.
Hannah is just an absolute blessing. And I think what people sometimes look past is she's a blessing as a person, as well as obviously just the volleyball proponent that she brings, just as a player, as well as just what she brings as a coach. But Hannah's just a blessing across the board. She's just an awesome person. She comes from a great family. So I think she's been a blessing for me in my life, as well as for these kids, as well as for this program.
This isn't Werth's first time helping with volleyball in her hometown. Werth also gives back by holding the Hannah Werth Volleyball Academy for girls of all ages, something she's very passionate about.
I want to teach these kids the basics, the skills, There's not a lot of that around here besides, a couple clubs. So hopefully if I can, give it back in a different way and not just coaching, but more just trying to be an example for them that if they work hard enough that they can get to anywhere. They can get to where I'm at. They can do whatever they want in anything in their life, not just volleyball.
Werth will continue to hold volleyball academies and coach in her off-season, but her playing days aren't over just yet. She's re-signed to play professionally in Puerto Rico and is looking forward to getting back on the court in a place that became her second home after a few obstacles.
The language barrier was interesting, but I actually came to be a little bit better at Spanish, so I necesito practicar mucho, but I need to practice. So, but I love it, and I love the culture and the people. They really, took me in, and I had made family friends that I still have down there. So, it's a very cool environment. They're very passionate about volleyball, and that's what I love about Puerto Rico.
Werth doesn't plan on stopping in Puerto Rico either. She has even higher goals for her volleyball career.
I would love to play beach volleyball and be involved in the AVP, so I'm just going to have to get healthy, and that's a whole nother level, and hopefully my life kind of, I can follow that path to get there. But, I don't really know exactly what's in my future right now, but I know that I love volleyball and I'm healthy and I'm going to continue to play.
There's no doubt that with Hannah's work ethic and talent, we will one day see her on the sand volleyball court. And another place you can count on seeing Hannah is right here in Central Illinois, giving back to her community with as much excitement and passion as she displays on the court. Krista Lander, ABC News Channel 20.